Planet Earth, the training simulator program for humanity to learn greater love. Today, November the 20th, 2020, the shift of planet Earth out of the third dimensional fear frequency continues. The alignment of the planets, the precession of the equinox, has reached the stage where nothing can stop what is happening on planet Earth today. We are at the end of an epoch, the end of an era. Planet Earth, the prison planet, the training simulator program for humanity to learn greater love, is moving out of its heavy entrenchment in the low fear frequency. The world has not been a happy place. It was not meant to be so. We humans, divine souls ensconced in human body temples, volunteered to come here to experience what was not. There is only love. Love, pure divine, agape love, is what our souls truly are. God is love, the flow of the divine electromagnetic energy that powers all that is, the spiritual and the material realm. God is an ocean of consciousness. We, divine souls, are as a drop of water in that ocean of God consciousness. We are fragments of divine essence, particles of the consciousness that animates the world. In our human beingness, we have taken on a very challenging journey. The planet Earth and the human condition were created in order for divinity, for us, as the precious particles of divinity that we are, to experience the opposite of love, that is, to experience fear. In the heavenly reality of the angelic realm, there is nothing but love. Love is all that is. Love imbues all that is. Love is consciousness, holy awareness, divine connection. Love connects to love. Fragments of God connect to fragments of God. Humans connect to humans in holy resonance. Yet love too has more to experience, more to learn, and so the material realm, the universe, and planet Earth were created. Human bodies were created that they might be a communication device for souls to connect with each other in this earthly vibration. In the spirit realm, we souls are all a part of one great and wonderful unity. We are telepathic. We are one in our knowing and being and loving. We are filled with joy and bliss, peace and gratitude. These are the divine qualities of God, the divine qualities of consciousness. Yet the divine, all that is, God, wished to expand, to experience what was not, and so planet Earth and the human journey came into existence. Here on Earth, a dream, a nightmare was to be lived through. Fear, that opposite of love that does not really exist, was to be experienced. And so everything was to be topsy-turvy and the opposite of what was really true. And so what was love was to appear fearful, and what was fearful was to appear as love. The attributes of love, joy, bliss, compassion, peace, gratitude, wisdom, discernment, and so much more, were to be set aside, and the attributes of fear to take their place. Fear, with its anger, hatred, jealousy, resentment, blame, shame, guilt, and more, was to be experienced in the deepest way. How can one know what it is like to be rich unless one has experienced poverty? How can one know the value of health until one has known disease? So it is with love and fear. And so the training simulator program of planet Earth for mankind to experience fear came into being. And the controllers, the shadow government, the Illuminati, came into being, came to planet Earth to play the part of the dark, the part of the devil, the part of Satan. They were to be the teachers of fear, They were created heartless, for they were to manipulate and maneuver mankind, to control him, to torture him psychologically and physically, to put him into fear. Strange to say, after all the fearful and challenging experiences and negative emotions we have experienced in our human journey, strange to say, but nothing wrong ever happened here on planet Earth. Our human journey from fear to love is what we came to Earth with joy in our hearts to experience. Here we have lived in puzzlement and confusion. Our controllers have taught us to think the thoughts that they have indoctrinated into us by repetition and hypnotic suggestion. In our human journey through life, we took on the cultural morality of those who birthed us through their often repeated words and phrases. We were taught to think ill of ourselves. We were taught to think that we were sinful and inadequate in every way. We were put down by snide expressions, jealous comments, hurtful prods and pokes from our caretakers and our peers. We were taught to fear all around us. Stay safe, drive carefully, don't go out in the dark, carry a gun, fight war, fight abortion, fight abuse. The subtle and not so subtle sayings that made up our reality. Oh yes, we have lived through fear. We have, in exemplary fashion, lived through our challenging and danger-filled human journey, for the controllers truly had no heart. They have poured poison over us in every way possible. All of our systems, governmental, religious, banking, medical, educational, have been devised to confound us, poison us, and keep us in slavery and ignorance. We have been as lambs led to the slaughter, as cattle herded this way and that at the whim of our controllers, at the whim of those who play the part of Satan. And to accomplish this, planet Earth was made into a prison planet. She and her human inhabitants were to exist in a low vibration, where love, in its true agape form, could not be accessed. This, then, is the third dimensional fear frequency that we humans have experienced in this earthly journey. Love could not be accessed, for the negative indoctrination created the ego for humanity. The ego, which is our sense of self-esteem, our sense of self-conceit, of self-importance. The ego, which is the thoughts and ideas of those who brought us into this world and then educated us into their fear-filled worldview. And under the direction of the filter of the ego, we navigate our human journey. How confounding, how confusing, how impossible is that? We live our human life according to the mystifying directions of our parents and caretakers, under the confusing rules and regulations of our dark controllers, under the direction of the devil, under the direction of Satan. No wonder the human condition is so very challenging. Yet it is also quite wonderful, for it is by this entrainment, by living through this hell on earth, that we have grown ourselves into greater love. We have achieved what we set out to achieve. In human form, we have rejected our ego, examined our thoughts and ideas, questioned everything, and broken through to the love that we truly are, broken through to communion with our soul. Yes, we have connected with our soul, and so left our human entrainment behind. We are now compassion, wisdom, discernment, peace, joy, bliss, gratitude, and we feel true agape, spiritual love flowing through us. Yes, all is well on planet Earth today. Nothing can stop what is happening now. Humanity is returning to love, having carried through its mission impeccably. The great revelation of the deception-perception of the planet Earth journey is at hand. Planet Earth was designed as a place where fear could be experienced in the depths of degradation and pain. And so it has been. And so we great souls are graduating. We are returning to love. Planet Earth is inevitably and inexorably moving out of the third dimensional low frequency back into the fifth dimension that supports love. How great, how wonderful is that? Awe and delight fill our hearts, for we know all is well. We are divine souls, spirits who go on forever and ever. We are eternal, and we are all the greater and more understanding for our earthly human experience. That was Aita, channeling her higher self. We are blessed beings, indeed.